press the bell icon on the YouTube app and never miss another update.
Hello students, today we continue the remaining problems in limits and derivative, particularly what? Derivative concept. We discuss derivative, first principle as well as some rules unrelated to the problems. Okay, so the next problem. So in the last class we something discussed about addition rule and subtraction rule. Today better we discuss about the product rule and quotient rule. Okay, so exercise, same exercise, find the derivatives of the following functions. Find the derivatives of the following functions. So in that the first problem, y is equal to sine x into cos x. y is equal to sine x into cos x. Very simple problem. You already know everything, product rule, quotient rule. Okay, so the function is in the form of product of two functions. Correct? Product of two function. Sin x is the first function, cos x is the second function. What we do? We apply the product rule. Okay, so differentiate with respect to x. So y with respect to x we written as dy by dx. Correct? Y with respect to x we written as dy by dx. You know very well, we already discussed and we solved some related problem regarding product rule. So once again I explained, product rule means first function into derivative of second function plus second function into derivative of first function. So we write here sin x. So sin x into d by dx of cos x, correct? Sin x into d by dx of cos x plus cos x into d by dx of what? Sin x. Sin x into d by dx of derivative of second function cos x plus first second function into derivative of first function. So that is equal to sin x into derivative of cos x, you know, minus sin x plus cos x into derivative of cos x is, derivative of sin x is cos x minus sin square x plus cos square x. So cos square x minus sin square x, you know in the trigonometric, cos 2x. Observe the procedure. First function into derivative of second function plus second function into derivative of first function. Clear? Got my point? See the problem. If you stop here only, no problem. Better to continue. Then you are perfect about the rule as well as trigonometry. Next problem. Second problem. y is equal to 5 into secant x plus 4 into cos x. So in the textbook they are not given y is equal to. Simply they are given the function. When you differentiate, we represent the function in terms of y or in terms of f of x. Okay, that is very important. They are not representing and they are not say anything. So apply product rule, apply quotient rule, apply addition rule. They are not say anything. They ask only find the derivative. You can recognize. So the function is in product rule, we apply product rule. The function is in quotient rule, we apply quotient rule. Or else addition rule. So we have to identify, that is very important. So they are not given, apply product rule, apply quotient rule, they are not given. We have to recognize, very important, okay. So y is equal to 5 secant x plus 4 cos x, constant into function, differentiate with respect to x. This is very important. You must write this one, differentiate with respect to x, because the function with respect to x. So everyone know y with respect to x, dy by dx. Constant 5 into, one step we have to write, no problem, dy by dx of secant x plus 4 into dy by dx of what? Cos x. Dy by dx of cos x. Got my point? So that we write the answer. 5 into derivative of secant x into tan x plus 4 into minus sin x. If you stop here only, no problem. No problem. Keep as it is. Okay. So minus 4 sin x. Next problem. So third problem, y is equal to 3 cot x plus 5 cosecant x. So y is equal to 3 cot x plus 5 cosecant x. Observe, again it is in the form of constant into function, then addition to. So same, what we do here, same, we continue, differentiate with respect to x, y with respect to x, dy by dx, 3 into dy by dx of cot x plus 5 into d by dx of cosecant x. Cosecant x. So 3 into minus cosecant square x plus 5 into minus cosecant x into cot x. Cosecant x into cot x. That is enough. Enough. Okay. So here only we stop. Next problem. Y is equal to 5 sin x minus 6 cos x plus 7. Y is equal to 5 sin x minus 6 cos x plus 7. See, very interesting problem. Differentiate. You also solve with respect to x. Y with respect to x, dy by dx. 5 into dy by dx of sin x minus 6 into d by dx of cos x plus d by dx of 7. D by dx of what? 7. So that is equal to find derivative of sin x cos x minus 6 minus sin x plus what about derivative of constant? This is 1 is 0. 5 cos x plus 6 sin x. 5 cos x plus what? 6 sin x. Next one. Y is equal to 2 tan x minus 7 secant x. Very simple problem. 2 tan x minus 7 secant x. Okay. Differentiate with respect to x. So y with respect to x, dy by dx, 2 into d by dx of what? Tan x minus 7 into d by dx of what? Secant x. So 2 into derivative of tan x is secant square x minus 7 into secant x into tan x. Secant x into what? Tan x. Correct? Okay. This completes the exercise problems. All exercise problems, all problems in the exercise we finish up. We solve miscellaneous problems also. So one by one. Okay, so those problems are also very important. We solve some miscellaneous problems. The first problem, so better to write the headline, find the derivative of the following functions. Find the derivative of the following functions. In that first problem, f of x, if you want to write f of x, no problem. F of x is equal to sine square x. He has given f of x is equal to what? Sine square x. F of x is equal to sine square x. What he asked? He asked the derivative. So f of x is equal to sine square x, I write sin x into sin x. Correct? No problem. 2 square means 2 into 2. Same way. Sin square x means sin x into sin x. So this is first function. This is second function. So what we do? We apply the product rule, differentiate with respect to x. F of x with respect to x we written as f dash of x sin x d by dx of what? Sin x plus again sin x d by dx of sin x. Sin x plus d by dx of sin x plus again sin x d by dx of sin x. First function into derivative of second function plus second function derivative of first function. Sin x, derivative of sin x is what? Cos x plus sin x, derivative of sin x is what? Cos x. Observe here, sin x into cos x plus sin x cos x, 2 times of sin x into cos x. So you know in the trigonometry, f dash of x, 2 sin x into cos x is nothing but sin 2x. 2 sin x into cos x, nothing but what? Sin 2x. Observe the problem. Observe each steps. Very important problem. Observe very carefully. Next problem. So next problem, f of x is equal to sin 2x. F of x is equal to what? Sin 2x. So then how to differentiate this one? So already I discussed sin ax formula. I write the table for second PUC. In that, if y is equal to sin kx dy by dx k cos kx, that I mentioned for second PUC. Correct? That I mentioned for second PUC. What we written in the table, formula table, in the second PUC I discussed sin kx, cos kx, tan kx. Like that we write no directly 2 cos 2x. Then 2 cos 2x. Okay, so this is one method for the second PUC. But we don't know that formula. Sin kx I don't know. Okay, why? Because we are discussing first PUC syllabus. That we don't know. Sin kx derivative I don't know. I know only sin x. Then how to solve, sir? See this one. What we do, f of x is equal to sin 2x for the trigonometry. According to the multiple angles, sin 2x we write 2 sin x into cos x. 2 is a constant function, first function, second function. Differentiate with respect to x. F of x we written as f dash of x. 2 constant we write as 0. We write outside. Constant into function, derivative of the function. In that we apply the product rule, sin x into what? D by dx of cos x. First function into derivative of second function plus cos x into d by dx of sin x. Second function into derivative of first function. 2 into, everyone knows sin x, cos x derivative is minus sin x plus cos x, derivative of sin x is cos x. 2 into minus sin square x plus cos square x. 2 into sin square x, cos square x minus sin square x, cos 2x, cos 2x, 2 cos 2x. See the problem, very important problem. Observe very carefully. Next problem. X to the power 5 minus cos x divided by sin x. F of x is equal to, next problem, it is a very important problem for 4 marks. Very important problem for 4 marks. F of x is equal to x to the power 5 minus cos x divided by sin x. We apply what? Quotient rule. That is very important. Say, observe here. Differentiate with respect to x. F of x with respect to x is f dash of x. You know very well quotient rule. According to the quotient rule, denominator square. Denominator square. That is sin square x. What about the next step? Denominator into sin x into d by dx of numerator x to the power 5 minus cos x. Denominator into derivative of numerator minus x to the power 5 minus cos x. Numerator into d by dx of sin x. D by dx of sin x. Observe very carefully. Observe very carefully. What about the next step? We have to differentiate. Okay. See, observe here. Sin square x. Sin x into difference of two function. Again we apply differentiate according to the difference rule. X to the power 5. 5 into x to the power 4. X to the power n. N into x to the power n minus 1. Minus derivative of cos x minus sin x. This is over. Observe once again, I explained. X to the power 5. We have to derivative for x to the power 5. X to the power n, you know, n into x to the power n minus 1. 5x to the power 4. Minus derivative of cos x is minus sin x. This is over. Minus cos x. Derivative of sin x is cos x. If you want to continue it. Because this is for 4 marks problem, that's why we continue this one, sin square x. Multiply by sin x to these two terms, minus into minus plus, sin x 5x to the power 4 sin x minus into minus plus, sin x into sin x, sin square x. Again, cos x we multiply it for these two terms, minus x to the power 5 cos x, minus into minus plus, cos x into cos x, cos square x. Why I multiply? Observe here, sin square x plus cos square x is what? It is 1. Sin square x plus cos square x is 1. So, I write here the answer, that is equal to 5x to the power 4 sin x minus x to the power 5 cos x plus 1. This is what? F dash of x. Observe this problem very carefully. Next problem. This is very, very important problem. Next problem, f of x is equal to x plus cos x divided by tan x. X plus cos x divided by what? Tan x. Same quotient rule. Differentiate with respect to x. F of s with respect to x, f dash of x. Tan square x, tan x into d by dx of x plus cos x minus x plus cos x into d by dx of tan x. Correct? Denominator square, denominator into derivative of numerator minus numerator into derivative of denominator. The next step. Tan square x, tan x into derivative of x is 1 minus derivative of cos x is sin x. Why write minus? Plus into minus, minus x plus cos x. Derivative of tan x, secant square x. Secant square x. Okay, we stop up to here, no problem. We stop this problem. Next problem. Observe this problem first. F of x is equal to cosecant x cot x. F of x is equal to cosecant x into what? Cot x. So differentiate with respect to x. F of x with respect to x is f dash of x. First function is what? Cosecant x into d by dx of cot x plus cot x into d by dx of cosecant x. Cosecant x into d by dx of cot x means first function into derivative of second function plus second function into derivative of first function. cosecant x. Derivative of cot x is minus cosecant square x plus cot x. Derivative of cosecant x is minus cosecant x into cot x. That is minus cosecant cube x minus cot square x into cosecant x. Correct? Cot square x into what? Cosecant square. Cot square x into cosecant x. Observe this problem. This is also very important problem. Observe very carefully. Next problem. F of x is equal to cos x divided by 1 plus sin x. F of x is equal to cos x divided by 1 plus sin x. Which rule we apply here? Quotient rule. Differentiate with respect to x. So f of x with respect to x is f dash of x. According to the quotient rule, denominator square 1 plus sin x whole square. Correct? 1 plus sin x whole square. 1 plus sin x d by dx of numerator cos x. D by dx of cos x minus cos x into 1 plus sin x. 1 plus sin x. So that is equal to 1 plus sin x whole square 1 plus sin x into derivative of cos x is minus sin x minus cos x. Observe here, derivative of 1 is what? Constant 0. Correct? Plus derivative of sin x, because we apply here addition rule. Derivative of sin x is cos x. I write direct. Okay, derivative of 1 is 0 plus derivative of sin x is cos x. Okay, better to be multiplied. 1 plus sin x whole square minus sin x minus sin square x minus cos x into cos x, cos square x minus cos square x. Right here, in these two terms, if I take minus common, minus sin x, if I take minus common, sin square x plus cos square x whole divided by 1 plus sin x whole square. So that is equal to minus sin x minus 1 plus sin x whole square. If you take minus common, 1 plus sin x divided by 1 plus sin x whole square. One term get cancelled. Minus 1 divided by 1 plus sin x. Minus 1 divided by what? 1 plus sin x. Very important problem. Observe each steps carefully how to observe. Next problem. Sin x plus cos x divided by sin x minus cos x. Sin x plus cos x divided by sin x minus cos x. Okay. Differentiate with respect to x. F of x with respect to x is f dash of x. We apply the quotient rule. Sin x minus cos x whole square. Sin x minus cos x into d by dx of sin x plus cos x. Denominator into derivative of numerator. I think no need this one. Minus sin x plus cos x into d by dx of denominator. Observe each steps for lengthy problem. Observe denominator into derivative of numerator minus numerator into derivative of denominator whole divided by. Observe each steps. Okay. Sin x minus cos x whole square, right, as it is. Sin x minus cos x. This term as it is. So observe here. Derivative of sin x is cos x plus derivative of cos x minus sin x. Derivative of sin x is cos x plus, right here, derivative of cos x is minus sin x. Minus this term, right, as it is. Sin x plus cos x. Observe here, derivative of sin x cos x minus derivative of cos x minus sin x. Minus sin x. Observe the steps carefully. Once again I explain. This term, write as it is. Derivative of sin x is cos x plus derivative of cos x is minus sin x. This term as it is. Derivative of sin x is cos x minus derivative of cos x is minus sin x. Sin x minus cos x whole square. Sin x minus cos x whole square. Sin x minus cos x. Cos x plus into minus sin x minus sin x plus cos x. Cos x minus into minus plus sin x. If you keep as it is, no problem. Up to this, no problem. If you want to continue, better I will continue. See the steps. This is enough. We differentiate, it is enough. So I will continue. See this. What I do in these two terms, take minus common. Better? So okay, right here. In these two terms, I take minus common. If I take minus common, I write outside. I take minus common. Observe here. If I take minus common, minus sin x become plus sin x, plus cos x become minus sin x. Sorry, minus cos x. Sin x minus cos x. Minus sin x become plus sin x, plus cos x become minus cos x. This one. Observe here, sin x plus cos x, sin x plus cos x minus sin x plus cos x whole square. A into A is what? A square. Denominator write as it is, sin x minus cos x whole square. Why I take minus common? Observe here, sin x minus cos x, sin x minus cos x, sin x minus cos x whole square. Minus whole square minus whole square. Denominator whole square. Sin x minus cos x whole square. In the numerator, we take minus common. Whole square. Minus become plus. Whole square. Cos x whole square. Sin x minus cos x whole square. So it is in the form of a minus b whole square, it is in the form of a plus b whole square, it is in the form of a minus b whole square. Using quadratic, expand. Minus we write as it is, a square sin square x, b square cos square x minus 2 sin x into cos x. 1 over plus again a square sin square x, b square cos square x plus 2 sin x into cos x. Numerator over whole divided by. So denominator a square sin square x plus b square cos square x minus 2 sin x into cos x. Minus 2 sin x into cos x. Observe the steps. A sin square x plus cos square x is 1. Sin square x plus cos square x is 1. Sin square x plus cos square x is 1. 2 sin x into cos x is sin 2x. Minus I write outside. 1 minus sin 2x plus 1 plus sin 2x. Correct? Denominator 1 minus sin 2x. What happens? Numerator sin 2x get cancelled. 1 plus 1 minus 2. Minus 2 divided by minus 2 divided by 1 minus sin 2x. Observe this problem. Observe very carefully. Minus 2 divided by 1 minus sin 2x. 1 minus sin 2x. Observe very carefully. Carefully observe each steps. Very, very important steps. Each steps, once again you have to observe and write it, then only you perfect about the trigonometry also and the steps of differentiation also. Next problem. secant x minus 1 divided by secant x plus 1. Secant x minus 1. Observe the problem. Secant x minus 1 divided by secant x plus 1. Very simple problem. Very simple problem. Okay. Differentiate with respect to x. F of x with respect to x is f dash of x. Secant x plus 1 whole square. Denominator square. Denominator into secant x plus 1 into d by dx of secant x minus 1 minus secant x minus 1 into d by dx of secant x plus 1. Secant x plus 1. This is what? Denominator square, denominator into derivative of numerator minus numerator into derivative of denominator. Observe the steps. So we write as it is. Secant x plus 1 whole square. Secant x plus 1 into derivative of secant x is secant x into tan x minus, what about derivative of 1? Derivative of 1 is 0. Why it is 0? Derivative of constant is 0 minus secant x minus 1. Derivative of secant x into tan x plus derivative of 1. Derivative of 1 is 0 constant. If you keep as it is, okay. If you want to continue, no problem. Secant x plus 1 whole square. I multiply to this term and this term. Secant x into secant x, secant square x into tan x plus secant x into tan x minus secant square x into tan x minus into minus plus secant x into tan x. What happens? Plus and minus get cancelled. Secant x into tan x, secant x into 2 times secant x into tan x whole divided by secant x plus 1 whole square whole divided by secant x plus 1 whole square. Observe the each steps. This is also very important problem. Next problem. F of x is equal to a plus b sin x divided by c plus d cos x. A plus b sin x divided by c plus d cos x. Again quotient rule. Differentiate with respect to x. F dash of x. Denominator square. Here a, b, c, d are constants. Okay, a, b, c, d are constant. Denominator square c plus d cos x. Denominator into d by dx of sin x minus a plus b sin x into d by dx of cos x. Observe here, denominator into derivative of numerator minus numerator into derivative of what? Denominator. C plus D cos x whole square. C plus D cos x into derivative of A 0. Why? It is a constant. Here constant into function plus B into constant into function B into derivative of sin x is cos x. This is according to the constant rule, rule 1, minus A plus B sin x. Here also derivative of C 0 plus D into derivative of cos x is minus sin x, because constant into function. If you want to multiply B into C cos x, B into D cos square x, B into C cos x, B into D cos square x minus, firstly minus into minus plus, okay, A into D sin x plus B into D sin square x divided by C plus D cos x whole square. In these two terms, if you take BD common, I write here, I write the answer, that is equal to BC cos x AD sin x. In these two terms, BD I take common. If I take BD common, cos square x plus sin square x is 1 whole divided by whole square. That is the answer. C plus D cos x whole square. C plus D cos x whole square. Observe the steps. Next problem, f of x is equal to x to the power 4 into 5 sin x minus 3 cos x. F of x is equal to x to the power 4 into 5 sin x minus 3 cos x. Product rule. This is first function. This complete we treat as second function. Differentiate with respect to x. F dash of x. First function into x to the power 4 into dy dx of 5 sin x minus 3 cos x. First function into derivative of second function plus 5 sin x minus 3 cos x d by dx of x to the power 4, derivative of first function. X to the power 4. Observe here, 5 into sin x derivative cos x minus 3 into cos x derivative minus sin x. This is over. Plus 5 sin x minus 3 cos x. X to the power 4 is 4x cube. 4x cube. See this problem? Very simple problem. So enough. We keep as it is. Next problem. f of x is equal to x square plus 1 into cos x. F of x is equal to x square plus 1 into cos x. Okay, we apply the product rule. This is first function and this is second function. Differentiate with respect to x. Differentiate with respect to x. F of x derivative f dash of x, x square plus 1 into d by dx of cos x plus cos x into d by dx of x square plus 1. First function into derivative of second function plus second function into derivative of first function. X square plus 1, derivative of cos x is minus sin x plus cos x into derivative of x square is 2x, derivative of 1 is 0. Derivative of 1 is 0 because derivative of constant is 0. Observe this problem. Very simple problem. Next problem. Ax square sin x p plus q into cos x. Ax square sin x plus p plus q into cos x. Here a, p, q are constants. This is first function, second function. Differentiate with respect to x. F of x with respect to x is f dash of x. Ax square plus sin x, first function into d by dx of p plus q cos x. First function into derivative of second function plus p plus q cos x into d by dx of sin x. Ax square plus sin x. Ax square plus sin x. Derivative of p is what? 0. Q into minus sin x as constant into function. Q into derivative of cos x is minus sin x plus p plus q cos x. Observe here, a into, a is a constant, a into derivative of x square 2ax plus derivative of sin x is cos x. Derivative of sin x is cos x. That is enough. That is enough. See this problem. Up to this very important problem, up to this we stop. We continue the remaining problems in the next class. Thank you.